So, do you all want me to read this poem again?
Yes.
To get us in the mood? The holiday is Sardine Day, right?
Yes.
Alright. So this will probably be the intro of this episode. I might record it, but it goes. 'Twas the night before Sardine Day, and all through the swamp, every kobold was buzzing, preparing non-stop for the wonders and parties and feasts of the morrow, the satisfied hearts and stuffed bellies that would follow. But one lowly kobold wasn't there in low tide. Radiant Ire, the villagers' pride, the real hometown hero on a world-saving quest, chosen by Cello, the best of the best. Out on the bastion, that ancient old isle, our little blue hero is sitting inside. But Sardine Day isn't for sitting alone. All Radiant needs is a small taste of home.
Aww.
You better put sleigh bells in the theme song.
I'm gonna need to
Really
figure.
good.
I'm gonna need to figure that out. Hello, and thank you for listening to Roll Dice and Cry. That's how I do the interludes. Hello, and welcome to Roll Dice and Cry, an actual play podcast where we roll dice and you cry.
We will also cry.
We will also cry.
We will also cry. Hey,
We haven't
we
done that in a
forgot
while.
about it. Yeah, it's been a while. Hey, if you're listening to this, it's already too late. No, if you're
What?
hearing this,
We're here. We're in your room. We're behind you.
And we're all
can't
there.
run.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. It's December. Yeah, if you're hearing this, it is because it has come out after the finale of Roll Dice and Cry on the Shoulders of Giants. How was that? That was pretty good, right? You enjoyed that. You're still listening, so I hope so.
We all did some things, and everything went fine.
Yes.
Everything
This-
was okay.
I'm
I think my-
reclassing.
Yeah. I think my favorite
Same.
part of the finale was the part where Adeline got up and did that dance number, you know?
Yeah.
I thought that was really
And then
awesome.
everyone got up and did the dance number?
And
was
then it was
really
just
cool.
like an everybody dances ending.
Yeah.
And then all the anguish started clapping, even though they were we're rivals, but we have to. You did good, kid.
The end,
know,
It's like the ending
Ella
of Saints Row
Enchanted.
4.
the end of our
Yeah.
season was it was like the end of Shrek, where everybody danced to a different song that meant something to them.
And if you go in the deleted scenes of the second movie, you can find the contest where they all
The American
are
Idol.
in American Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
The
song
mini game.
ends. Season 2 ends with American Idol.
Simon Cowell was
Yes.
there.
Another
very good.
favorite part of mine was when we kind of stopped the podcast to just go over the entire plot of the David Duchovny movie Evolution. You guys remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one of the strong points of the finale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
You know what?
in character,
and then Sean William Scott goes to the mall and he's got the shotgun and he has to sing the song to get the. That's a bad movie.
Emily, you know what? You said that, and I thought you were going to say a movie where we actually stop the entire podcast to talk about, because we've done that multiple times.
Yeah. You ever watch Eight-Legged Freaks? That
Oh my
basically the end of
god!
it.
we can't.
Only on TV.
We can't stop the podcast again.
All right. Yes, this episode is not any of those things. This episode is also not a sequel to On the Shoulder of the Giants. This is a Gaiden, a midquel.
Yes.
Lion King 2.5.
So all that religious disillusionment that happened at the end of the season, let's just roll that back a little bit. Because this is not then. This is before then, when things were a lot less dire. Because it is summer. It was summer before. But we're going to do... This is a holiday game. We're going to do some holiday stuff. Talk about holidays.
Yeah.
How do I start this? So, I guess we just start with Radiant, right?
Sure.
Yes. Radiant Ire. It is the night before Sardine Day, which is about a week before you arrive at the gala. It's about a week before the gala.
Oh, wow. That's real soon.
Yeah.
Am I still moody? No, it's Sardine Day. I can't be moody.
Yeah. So it's the night before Sardine Day.
All through the house.
And all through the house. All through the swamp. But you're not at the swamp. You're on this weird island that is sailing to progressively colder waters. Where are you on the night before Sardine Day?
Is it the evening before Sardine Day or like the night before Sardine Day? Because if it's the night, then I'm asleep to prepare for the sardine.
And then I guess it would be the evening.
Okay, so full disclosure, here's what I imagine Sardine Day to be. Sardine Day is a day where the swamp just gets just like a bunch of sardine like everywhere, and you can basically just pluck it out of the goddamn water like a bear. And there's like feasts over it, and you decorate stuff with like the fish bones, and it looks better than it sounds. It doesn't suck to look at, is what I'm trying to say. And at some point, there's like a giant sardine, and the person who catches it gets to like offer it to Chella. And Radiant has caught it. He's been doing this for maybe 10 years. He's 20. That sounds right. He's caught it like 7 out of those 10 years. He's real good at it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's also the most determined to do it.
Is that part of why he's the paladin?
Yeah.
Or he was the paladin?
It's the lightning scar plus catching that goddamn sardine every single year.
When you say giant sardine, how big is this fish?
It's leg shark big.
Ooh.
Big.
Yeah. So very big for kobold. It's alright for a person.
It's big for a sardine.
Yeah, it's very big for a sardine.
That's really fun.
Radiant is I think he's at the little lake that there is in the bastion. Cause the thing that he does, every night every Sardine Day's Eve is he just like, he's training. He's out there practicing his moves for catching the sardine. Okay. So, which basically involves just like pulling fish out of the water with his bare hands.
Okay. Like Eustace did that one time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So Radiant, you are sitting or standing at the edge of the water. You're trying to get zen. You're focusing yourself. Does anybody like happen upon Radiant?
Sure. I see Radiant. Has he been telling people it's sardine? That's coming up, or is it a secret?
He keeps saying that Sardine Day is coming up. He has not given any more explanation than that.
Then Adeline walks up and is like, hey, I haven't seen you today. What are you, I thought you might be fishing, but you're just chilling?
Wait, hang on. Give me 1 second. Ugh! And then he pulls a sardine out the water.
Whoa.
Not a sardine, a fish. I don't think there's a sardine at this fishing hole.
We've never established what kind of fish are here, but I mean, if they haven't been sardines, maybe they're not sardines.
Yeah. And he holds it up and he's like, that's it. I'm getting better.
Wow. Did your rod break?
No. This is for Sardine Day.
Okay, you have mentioned that a few times, and I'm going to need... What is that?
Oh, it's a magical day in low tide. Every year the streets of low tide just fill with sardines. Adeline knows that the streets of low tide are water, right?
Yeah,
okay,
she did.
She has that context. So Radiant does not explain it. Every year the streets of low tide fill with sardine, and you can catch them with your bare hands, but that's not what it's about. It's about catching the big one. And when you catch the big one, you get to offer it up to Cella. And you are even more in his favor than you already were.
Oh. Can you catch sardine here? I thought it was only... It looks like just... Is that a goldfish? Adeline doesn't know shit about fish, so... It's
a mackerel, first of all. Second of all, I can try. I can go out into the sea on a boat, and I mean, just because I'm away from home doesn't mean I have to miss out on Sardine Day, right?
Oh, no, we can do Sardine Day. It's a holiday. Do you give gifts to anybody else, or is it just Cella?
Well, the sardines are the gifts, and you just kind of decorate stuff, and then you have like these big feasts with all these sardines that just got caught. Or, because, if you don't catch them all, you do destroy the ecosystem, is the thing. So it's a little bit of community service / holiday. But it's cozy, and we all get to sit around the table and eat a bunch of sardines. And there's so many ways to cook them. That out of character Mari doesn't know. I only know the grilled burn.
That sounds nice. I mean, elves have a holiday around this time of year, but it's not cozy or feasts. So that sounds a lot more preferable. We should do yours.
What's yours like?
At this point the elves are on the island.
Yes. If you look at our rule 20, I have delineated various areas on the island.
Yes.
We have New Meadows, which is where the Purple Meadows folks are living. We have Squatters Right 2, which is built out of one of the old guard posts.
Electric Boogaloo.
Squat harder.
Oh,
good.
Christ.
We have the Forest of Stone Folk, because there's still all those stone statues. Mm-hmm. Remember those from the first arc? Yeah, those are still there. And then there's Amaranth Outpost Primary down on the southern end of the island.
That's where them elves are.
That's where them elves are.
Ellen says, it used to be. There's a bunch of songs about it, actually, which I quite like, and nobody ever wants to hear about how people would go on grand quests and to find some cool new thing to bring back to the community, and then you tell stories about your cool thing that you found. And now it's kind of like you gather in a room and you give a report on the research that you've been doing by yourself. And if you don't do it right, your mother gives you a look, and it sucks. Elf Christmas is, which I haven't named, and can't think of one right now, but Elf Christmas is PowerPoint parties where you have to turn up and give a PowerPoint presentation. It used to be like big fun, like you'd go out on a quest and find some cool thing and bring it back, but now it's evolved into PowerPoint parties. Peer review day. Discovery Day sounds good. Emily just suggested Discovery Day, and that's pretty good. So yes, that.
All right.
Adeline hates it if it's not super clear.
That's
she
so
just wants
sad.
to sing songs about people who used to go on adventures, and everyone's like, "Yeah, but where's your book report?"
I wrote a book instead of doing a book report.
I've investigated the origins of Discovery Day. Again, nobody cares.
Aw.
But Sardine Day sounds much nicer than that.
Well, yours sounds fun too.
Oh, I would
Radiant
not.
isn't on a quest.
I would. Yeah, Radiant can lie. Well, if you see an elf walking towards me with some papers, I want you to tell me, and then do you have paladin magic to make someone vanish? Because I would really appreciate it.
I can tell them to go away really hard.
Ooh, that'll do it, yes.
Either they do it or they fight me. Most of the times they fight me. Most of the times I use it on animals, and it doesn't work very good.
Well,
fighting them could be... Okay, well, maybe not. So we need fish to decorate. And Adeline sits down at the water's edge and, takes her gloves off and just I can do this.
You can use the rod if you want.
No, is this how you do it?
Well,
is this the rules?
I mean, it's because the streets are so silvery with sardines, it's kind of redundant to use the rods. But, well, it's not really doing it here.
This is fun. Let's stick our heads in the water and grab some fish. And she's going to try and fail at that for as long as Radiant is going to sit here and do it as well.
Well, I could try doing something for Discovery Day if you want me to.
Well, technically, you already kind of did it because you told me about Sardine Day. That's your Sardine Day
I could tell
report.
all the other elves about Sardine Day.
Oh,
they're going to love it.
If we go, sure. Yeah, let's go give a Sardine Day report to my mum. Hey, I just realized if we go and see my mum, she can talk to me about my girlfriend that she's not supposed to know about. Anyway, good. That's the true holiday shit. Talking to family about things you don't want to talk about.
oh boy!
It spans all traditions.
All right. Well,
all cultures.
If you're heading down to Amaranth, you will be passing through New Meadows. Is anybody else in New Meadows? Any of the Titans?
Ford, probably.
Are we collecting people as we go towards Amaranth?
Yeah, I think that's fun, isn't it?
Where is Zara?
Where is Zara?
I mean, that could be a squatter's right too. We could just say we go the long way around. Yeah, we're gonna drop something off there or something.
That sounds like, or you're just taking the longest possible route to get there.
Yeah, maybe Adeline is like, oh, this way, and it's like not, because just lingering.
Detour.
Let's take the scenic route.
Mm-hmm. So New Meadows has basically become a fairly accurate copy of Purple Meadows, of Kilner Purple Meadows. Like they, for all their fart. For all their fart.
Thanks for the bleep, Bill.
Yeah.
For the outtake.
For all their faults, the structure, like the way they built houses, is good and strong. And so
can they at least paint them in colors and stuff?
Oh yeah, no, these are bam. They're blasting out these cool house colors.
Do they have lavender growing? Do they have a new shrine?
Yeah, I think they have a new shrine. What they did is they took one of the old stone buildings and they kind of gussied it up and built some additions onto it, and they're calling that the Shrine of New Meadows.
Oh, that's really cute.
If y'all come in, you see Momo Singh is sweeping it, and you see Pathminder Karanti asleep on the porch. He's on a rocking chair. He's probably got a little kitten hanging out, sleeping in his lap.
Oh, grandpa!
He's being a grandpa, yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant like a real the animal cat.
Do
animal cats exist?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. The Koshaki's call themselves cats.
I feel like we had this exact conversation and I said monkeys exist.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah. But Momo's like sweeping the shrine, and she sees all of you coming up, and she was like, oh! And then she like stops herself from like calling out because she looks and she sees the sleeping baby and the sleeping old man, and then she very quietly runs to you.
Aww.
If we remember Momo Singh, she is little. She's a peach
daughter.
She's a peach-colored Scottish fold Koshaki, which means she's got like little folded ears. And she's got like the munchkin proportions. If you've heard of munchkin cats, they're cats with like little short legs. She's great.
Little.
She's little.
Yeah. She's shorter than average, and she runs over and she says, "Hi guys, hi. What are you doing? I'm sweeping, but I'm done. If you want to have like an adventure."
But you've been sweeping up to this late?
Yes. I guess it is late, huh?
We're actually no, we're going out to Amaranth this late. It's Discovery Day is today. We're heading out to Amaranth.
Oh, well, that's fun. They're interesting people.
We're gonna do a holiday thing.
A holiday thing, like a show and tell.
Actually, that's exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is. Yeah.
And when you say it, it actually sounds kind of fun.
I have a holiday.
Oh, what's your holiday?
Revolution Day.
Oh, okay. That sounds. What is that? Okay, do you do
Sounds
stuff
fun.
Okay, I mean it's kind of like it's more like tongue in cheek, ironic at this point, and it's a little bit morbid. But you know how there used to be like a big empire of Koshaki, and then they lost a war with Valentina, and the Koshaki were like, well, that's fuck that, and she like slaps her hands over her mouth. Well, that's bad. That's disappointing. That's not the kind of quality emperor we want to have. This emperor can't even win a war, and so we killed all of them.
Okay.
That's
so
cool. Holiday.
So for Revolution Day, we make little cookies in the shape of the royal family, and we eat them.
Oh my god!
Wait, didn't go with the Guy Fawkes thing of like burning an effigy.
I love this.
We also
make little cat people cookies and you eat them.
Momo loves revolution.
You know, we put like icing crowns on them and stuff. And we also, well, there's like a competition where you build a palace, like a model palace, and then we smash them.
That sounds fun.
This is can I convert to being a Koshaki?
I mean, I guess you could marry in. But, I mean, if you wanted, you can just come and, I mean, people of all countries can understand the joy of destroying the monarchy.
I want that on a banner. Oh, I'm leaving Daria for Donda. A real option that could have happened.
That could have happened. Yeah, Donda's around. Donda's probably.
She's making the castle.
You know,
she's smashing castles.
Donda always makes the best castles because she was the foreman of the town, and she like helped build a lot of stuff, and so she like knows.
She makes the castle out of little bricks, and no one can knock it down because it's too sturdy.
What's
Except
the point?
for her, because she's so strong.
Oh, what if it's like gingerbread houses, but it's castles, and then they just like smash them and eat them?
That's kind of the idea.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes. And the idea, the idea is that like we try to make them as structurally sound as possible because Koshaki are industrious and good workers, and then we smash them because even the most powerful things cannot withstand our might.
Except for a bunch of rabbits.
Ford fucking loves this holiday, by the way.
Yeah, so what was Ford doing in this scene?
I think Ford was maybe like inside the shrine.
Mm-hmm. Or you could have been like building stuff with Donda.
Yeah.
There's probably still construction that needs to be done.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Ford saw his fellow Titans and kind of went on over. He's like, "Oh, are we talking about Revolution Day?"
Apparently,
guys, you heard about this amazing holiday where we smash stuff?
Have you heard about this?
I'm also marrying
Revolution Day. I'm also marrying it.
I mean, we met the Prince of Chaos. You know how that went.
Yes.
Yeah,
God.
Calico and I have like an arrangement for like tax purposes. Great holiday.
Like if we're not married by blank age, we have to marry each other. Sort of.
Yeah.
Kevin's gonna be fucking gutted.
So yeah, Ford, they're talking about Revolution Day, and then I guess tell Ford there's a holiday show and tell.
Yeah. Hey Ford.
Yeah.
Ford, we're going to Amaranth for Discovery Day. Do you want to come?
I think. Yeah, Discovery, is that the one where you gotta like do a whole presentation and shit?
It is.
Yeah.
Ford, you already know so much.
Yeah, I had to do that with Kevin.
Oh my god. Did he do a musical report? I love him.
No, he had like a whole like dissertation, I guess. That was proofreading it. Yeah, I got some stuff, and I think Ford's like bag or whatever is inside the shrine, and he runs and gets it, and pulls out like this huge like notebook, and is like, okay, so I did some research on the moon. I got a few notes here. It should only take maybe an hour.
Well, wait, Ford.
Uh-huh.
This is Momo talking.
Yeah.
We gotta go to the place first.
The place?
We gotta go to Amaranth.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna tell him about Sardine Day.
Do you like how this has kind of evolved into, so Discovery Day is the least decoration-y. Like, there's no, like, festivities. We all gonna rock up. Everyone's got shit from their own. Like, we've got some fish bones and stuff. And we all gonna rock up with our own version of tinsel and decorate this stupid outpost and then do a presentation.
That's so cute.
I brought holidays. This is my report. With my friends.
Radiant says he's gonna tell them about Sardine Day, and then he points at his noggin and he's like, and all my notes are up here.
What? Well, I'd love to hear about Sardine Day. That sounds super cool, actually.
Do orcs celebrate something? Suddenly interested because she has an orc girlfriend. She really just thought about this.
Well, I guess, depends on where they're from. Over in, Galeria, we just kind of, for the winter solstice, people come out to the coast, and we have fireworks over the water, and, eat fettuccine, cause it's fettuccine day, says Zara. No, we just, we have fireworks, and there's a lot of drinking, and I think it's mostly like celebrating maritime culture, cause anyone who's in the military, everyone's in their uniforms, everyone's fancy. I don't know, I mostly like drink and like decorated stuff with like popcorn and whatever.
That sounds pretty good.
Sounds fun.
It's fun, but it's not Sardine Day. What the hell is Sardine Day? That sounds great.
Okay.
They catch fish with their bare hands.
We do.
Holy shit, I'm in.
Okay, so every year, the streets of low tide, Ford doesn't know that the streets are water, right?
No.
Someone has to not know.
Ford doesn't know.
The streets of low tide are flooded with sardines, and there's so many that you can pluck them out with your bare hands. And we use them for decoration, and we make a big feast with them, and there's so many ways to cook them that I absolutely know about. And in the middle of all those sardines, there's the big one, and it's so big, it's like twice my size, And if you catch it, you can offer it up to Cella and have his favor for the rest of the year. And I have caught it 10 out of 7 times, and somehow I'm gonna do it again this year. Wait.
7 out of 10.
Line?
That's funny.
Radiant, it's not challenging enough, so Radiant throws it back and tries again.
Line? 7 out of 10 times. I told you guys I was tired.
This isn't even us. It's like a play being put on by children playing us, and they keep asking for their lines.
It's that fucking play from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Where like Radiant is played by this giant fucking like orc dude. And...
I'm a paladin,
Radiant.
Hello, I am Paladin.
See, that's now you're giving away some stuff from the next season of On the Shoulders of Giants.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, Momo goes like, oh, and she pats her belly, which is how Kashaki express excitement. She says, "Do you think anyone else has any holidays?
Probably.
Let's get more.
Ford is the lady doing math meme right now.
Gotta collect them all."
Ford leans over to Adeline and goes very quietly, Can sardines walk?"
Oh no, the streets of water. It's boats. There's fish in the water. It's a
okay. Yeah.
That's a very funny mental image.
Hello, my lady. Hello, my honey.
Hello, my ragtime guy.
That's terrifying, actually. If it wasn't water.
Yeah.
The fucking...
It's like, what's the...
The tornadoes that, like, rain fish.
Oh my god. Sharknado, but it's sardines!
Oh, Jesus. I was thinking, it's Gyo. Gyo is the name of that Junji Ito book, right?
The one about the sharks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we should head to Squatters' Rights, which is going to extend the time before we have to go see my mother. So, yes, let's go get some more holidays.
Yay! Says Momo, and she puts her hands in the air.
Nice. Is Momo coming with us?
Hell yeah.
Does anyone live in the Forest of Stone Folk?
The stone folk, which are statues.
No, but like, have people made houses in there? Or houses?
No, I don't think there's any houses in there. I think it's a little too spooky, but like kids love to like go hang out there. Because it's cool and spooky. Teens, yeah.
A teen hangout spot.
As we're walking, Ford's going through his notes and is like, okay, so should I do one comparing, the history of the moon to what's happening now, or should I do the one that I have on the Long Legs Man?
You should do the Long Legs Man.
Yeah, do the Long Legs Man.
Yeah, I have a lot of notes on cryptids. If Long Legs Man is real, maybe Mothman is too.
We haven't met Waylon yet. This is gonna be real awkward.
Yeah. Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Ford. Momo's tapping you on the shoulder. Have you heard about Screaming Head Lady?
Momo's tapping me on the shoulder!
Yeah. She's like walking beside you and like jumping and tapping you.
Oh man.
That's a lot.
8-foot vertical leap.
She's like 5 feet even.
Okay.
She's not that short.
She is a cat.
What's up, Mo?
Oh, have you heard about Screaming Head Lady?
Screaming Head Lady?
Yeah. It's a lady's head that screams and it flies through the forests, and you're not supposed to go out after dark or she'll eat you.
I'm going out after dark. Where is this forest?
We are after dark.
Momo, you have to tell me.
My god. It's back home in Zoliat.
The moment we have a vacation here, I'm sorry,
You're going
y'all.
back to Zoliat?
Yeah.
Wanted there.
Is there no other cryptids you can investigate?
See, I've heard of most cryptids. There's Longlegs Man, there's Mothman, there's Ford goes through a long list of there's Bigfoot.
In the distance, you hear a distinctly shark-shaped barking.
Our friend. Our favorite
no one ever
boy.
caught that shark. That good guy.
He out there.
He out there. I just want to make sure everybody knows that he out there.
And puppy shark. Shark puppy. Shark dog.
Shark dog.
I think you shouldn't spend more time trying to catch that dog.
That's fine.
He's been causing mayhem and mischief.
He has.
And everyone, for some reason, is relying on Ford to catch him.
He's a cryptid man.
It's not a cryptid. Man. We saw it. Wait.
You claim you saw it.
Ford's gonna go out there and Steve-O win this shark.
So Zara, the party arrives at Squatters Right 2. What's going on over there?
I have Charlie is dressed up with a bunch of like pillows and like pots and pan armor, and Amethyst is taking notes for us, and we're testing out the auto-responsive personal defense suit.
Okay, is Charlie wearing it, or is he like attacking you?
No, he's attacking me. So I'm like, okay, all right. So take experiment 37A. Are you ready, Charlie?
I'm ready. I got a bat.
Amethyst, you have the notes ready, right?
Yeah. I got, a pencil and paper.
Oh, yes. Okay. Very good. All right, Charlie, come at me.
All right. And then Charlie goes, ah! and he charges. And yeah, he like starts swinging at you.
And twang, the arm just goes out and jabs him and sends him fucking flying.
Oof.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good. Did you get that, Amethyst?
Yeah. I wrote down that he swung at you and then you punched him.
Okay. Well, that's not exactly the most scientific notes, but good enough.
I just shoot crossbows.
Well, then why did you volunteer to be the note taker?
You asked me. Also here is our Eustace, and Rufus and Alexander, who are just watching.
God bless.
Can Daria be here too?
Yeah, Daria can be here too.
Thank you.
Daria's been like waiting off the sidelines, like rubbing her hands, like, just wait. Eventually, Charlie's not going to be enough. Eventually, I'm going to have to do it.
Please let me fight this.
I want to see if I can get through these defenses.
Oh, hi everybody.
Hi.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
Oh, just testing out a new invention of mine. I figure that since we're going to this sort of party where there's going to be a lot of people that we can't necessarily trust, it might be wise to invest in some personal protection.
Well,
That's
What do you think? And like the hand like waves like really jerkily. Ta-da!
It seems low key. Very low key for the party that we're going to. Aren't we not allowed to have weapons?
Did they never took away our weapon? Well, we don't know this anyway.
Yeah.
That's fair, but I'm hoping to just sort of conceal it. We'll see how that works.
And Charlie speaks up and says, "It's clandestine."
That's right, an invention for the discerning gentleman.
Wait, so you're not going to wear it?
Oh, I'm going to wear it.
Okay.
But that's just how I would pitch it.
Okay.
Yeah, like you would build it into a tuxedo that like some sort of martial arts master would use in a movie.
In a play.
What?
Charlie, what happened to your voice?
In a what?
Yeah, I just started describing the tuxedo by the Jackie Chan movie.
Oh God, yeah, that movie. Stop the podcast for a second so we can talk about the tuxedo with Jackie Chan.
Nope.
I thought you were going to make a James Bond reference, and I was like, weird way to take that. James Bond doesn't really do martial arts. Adeline isn't going to be the one who says, we're going to Elf Town, by the way.
So, what's everybody doing? What are y'all doing?
We're gonna go celebrate Discovery Day.
Show and tell.
Oh, Discovery Day. I've heard of it. I've never been able to celebrate it myself, although obviously I've had quite a interest in it as a kid. Well, at one time I actually made my whole family listen to a Discovery Day presentation after we learned about it in school. I have my notes here. I could give like a Discovery Day presentation right now if you want. I mean, there's this note and then there's these plans, which I think I've laid out a pretty solid.
You want to go
here.
with us?
Yes, I would very much like to go with if you're going to celebrate Discovery Day. Like I said, I have a variety of topics that I could discuss.
Headlines like, you know that picture of Mindy Kaling just from, I can't remember what show she was in, just sort of staring
The Office?
into from The Office, just sort of staring tiredly into the middle distance. That's the outline mood currently.
Good.
Bless.
Good.
What do you guys do in Valentina, though, for the holidays? The summer holidays?
Well, there is a holiday that should be coming up relatively soon, although it's technically not a summer holiday per se. The biggest holiday we celebrate in Valentina is King's Day. And it's a celebration of King Valentine's birthday, which moves around a little bit, so you technically never really know when it's gonna be. It depends on when the new king is born. But right now it's in the summer.
That sounds like fun. What do you do?
Let's see. It's a pretty big day, so we do a traditional blessing to all that we see. We say, "May the light of the king shine through you and your deeds," and we do our morning prayers for King Valentine, and we wear our purple clothing if we have it, which I don't have any right now because it's a little bit hard to keep a track, but I have some at home, and you're supposed to wear purple clothing with like red hearts because that's sort of the colors and traditions of Valentine. And we go to the traditional King's Day service. We don't really do worship of other gods during King's Day, other than King Valentine. Oh, and we eat a lot of food like sweetbread and scallops and wild turkeys and corn and a rich chocolate cake for dessert. And then afterwards we sort of play a kind of a game. It's kind of weird, but basically, you sit around and you make like rules, and someone gets to be elected the king to play the role of King Valentine, which is, they're very lucky, of course. But it used to be more like of a parody kind of thing, but at this point, I think everybody kind of just uses an excuse to, get really, really drunk.
We have a game like that too, but it's different, says Momo.
As a sidebar, because I have to tell this to someone or I'm gonna die, I have experienced 2 birthdays in Denmark in the past few weeks, and a thing that they do here is, they get like a bunch of Danish flags and they just like spread them around because it's an important part of birthday decoration in Denmark to have the flags and so the way it was explained to me is that the whole country is celebrating your birthday, which is nice, which is very sweet. The way I interpreted it at the beginning is that every birthday is government controlled. Danish sanctioned birthday parties.
I see that you have filled out Form 37E, therefore you are allowed 3 presents. One must be wrapped in blue, the other...
I went to a friend's birthday party, and they had like these mini, like cardboard flags of the country of Denmark, and they just started throwing them at her, and that was the celebration. And I was like, why are you doing this?
Wow.
That's very good. It's extremely good.
It's sort of just a festive day of celebrating our monarchy and our religion. And we eat a lot of food, we do prayers, we generally are good and kind to our fellow man to sort of build the community spirit of the Laganels. And then at the end of the day, we all get together and it's a traditional performance is put on that tells the story of the unification of Valentine are Valentina and the myth of Clovis Valentine, the original king.
Yay! That's Charlie.
So thank you.
That sounds real fun. We don't have those. We don't have a king.
Oh, I thought you said we didn't have holidays. Do you have holidays?
Yeah, no, their whole thing is like a revolution and like eating royalty, which is, I love it.
No, I mean Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie said that.
I'm Charlie. Yeah. Well, we got one thing. We got, hey, boss. And Eustace looks up from where he was talking with Alexander Grant. He says, yeah. Boss, tell about our thing. The thing we do. And Eustace comes over. Eustace Flint. Everyone remembers Eustace Flint. I hope. And he says, wait, what are y'all talking about?
Holidays.
Holidays. Well, what Charlie's talking about ain't exactly a holiday, but it is a holy day. Back in Castle Silverhome,
what's the difference?
It's the same for Zara.
And Radiant.
Yeah. Well, it's not like a yearly thing. It's a weekly thing. Back in Revelation, we have what's called the Day of Rest. It's the most important day of the week because it's the day that you get energized to go back and continue creating incredible things.
Adeline knows this one because she lived in Castle for a while. She was like, oh.
Yeah, it's a Revelation's a city that runs like clockwork, and it's a place that's in many ways, both figurative and literally, a machine. And an important aspect of machine use is proper maintenance. So, no matter what your normal schedule is at your place of work, every week there is at least one day, and almost always more than one day, but one day where everyone stops working, goes home, goes to their families.
I mean, we also have weekends in low tide.
It is, yeah, I know. It's like it's hard to explain the difference to folks who aren't there, but like in a big city, there's always someone working, right? You know, you can if it's your day off, you can still go to the corner shop and get a bagel or some coffee, or go and have your shoes shined. But in Revelation, on the day of rest, nobody works. The entire city is quiet. And it's different.
I have questions.
Eerie.
I have questions.
What's that?
What counts as work? Is cooking work, for example?
Yes.
Okay. Do you pre-prepare meals for the weekend?
Yes.
Okay. That sounds... What if you really, really like your work?
Well, that's the problem, right? I mean, not the problem, but that's the point, is that it's better to miss your work than to be overworked. Even if you love your work, you still got to go home on the day of rest.
What if you're like a doctor?
Well,
Doctors stay on call.
Doctors stay on call because doctors aren't really. I mean, they're kind of.
They're
mechanics.
not workers.
You're working hard, you're hardly working, am I right, Phyllis?
It's a different kind of labor. Yeah, but people get ready-made meals the day before so that the day can be spent with family and friends with no unnecessary exertion. And then when the day is over, you go back to work and you're all energized because you just had a really nice day with no stress. That's nice. And so when I moved from Revelation to Galeria, I brought that with us. And so Charlie knows it because the union did it. And Charlie's like, yeah, it was real fun because every week we would go and they would have made like food the night before and it was just on the stove all day and we just eat it all up. It was good. Yeah.
Slow cooked. Sounds good.
Slow cooked.
That sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good.
It does sound like a good tradition.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a big fan of it.
Just out of curiosity, what happens if you do work?
I mean, it's not like they're going to come and yell at you.
You go to prison.
You go to prison forever.
What if someone's
Right
like
to jail.
sick or something?
What do
They
you
need like medical attention.
That's what I just asked. What about doctors?
Okay.
I just said you can still go to the doctor.
Cool.
Doctors are cool. Doctors aren't doctors. You're poking holes in my holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Doctors stay on call. It's fine.
Yeah. But generally, part of it, part of the day of rest means that nobody's overworking, which means less people are getting sick.
Right.
Yes.
No, it makes sense. I'm just like, there are some professions that kind of don't stop.
I mean, plus the mother of invention is working lives in the city, and she protects us on those kind of things. People don't tend to get sick or hurt on the day of rest.
Well, if there's a god taking care of it, that sounds like everything's perfectly squared off.
Well, you should have told me there was a god involved.
Yeah.
It's common knowledge.
Yeah, I guess you might have been to Castle Silverhome, where the gods are kind of like they're all over the place. Well, they're not all over the place, but they have like their own.
You can't walk 3 feet without tripping over a goddamn deity.
The streets are just lined with gods.
It's riddled with
Not unlike Sardines.
gods.
Every year, the streets are full of gods just swimming around.
And if you catch the big god, you get to offer it up to Cello.
That's a spoiler.
Oh no!
Cut that part out.
I will not feed a god to Cello. Maybe I will.
I don't know if that's.
If you think you can feed King Valentine to Cello, you got another fucking thing coming on.
Listen, I'll do it.
You are in for a world of hurt if you try that. And I'm not saying that I'm going to hurt you. I'm saying you're going to get hurt. Though.
Fine, I'll take another god. I'll take the beetle one. Jeez.
Yeah, take him. Take him.
Yeah, the opal is not so much a
Dragons probably
fighter.
eat beetles.
Yeah, they go crunch.
Probably be tasty. Like the Lion King. Didn't you want to eat the bugs in the Lion King?
Oh my god, yeah, I really
yeah,
did.
Slimy yet satisfying, of course.
But did you want to eat the crunchy ones or the slimy ones? As I wanted to eat the slimy ones.
The crunchy
Slimy ones.
The
I
crunchy
wonder
ones
if
look like chocolate. Yeah.
People probably made like candy versions of those bugs, hadn't they?
I mean,
For sure.
you can also just eat bugs.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're not a coward.
No, there's like
I've had some.
they're popular like
I've had crickets.
yeah.
Yeah, I've had roast crickets. They were a little
Yes.
oversalted, but they were overall okay.
That's pretty much my exact experience with roasted crickets also. Like, salty.
a little too salty, but
I want to try
weird
like
chips.
cricket chips. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Eustace has told you about the day of rest, the holy day of revelation, and by extension, him. He loves that shit.
Did you say the holy day of revolution?
Revelation?
Rest.
Okay.
Revelation, yeah.
Okay.
He's just a nice dad who likes to spend Sundays with his kids.
Yeah.
Just like
Kid,
to go Wait,
child.
no. Is fishing labor? Can he not go fishing?
I mean,
Fishing is chill. You can go fishing.
here's the difference, right? If you're fishing for fun, it's not work. But if you're
Okay,
fishing,
so you can cook if it's fun.
yeah, but you can't, you can't exert yourself. It's all got to be real chill, real relaxed.
Because it feels like
Make some
Lo-fi.
cookies.
Because it feels like something like that would pair up real nicely with like a hot cooked meal, like a fresh one.
Yeah.
chill lo-fi hip-hop beats to cooking fish too.
Chill,
Lo-fi
lo-fi
hip-hop
hip-hop.
beats.
So you're in Squatters Right 2, which is, I want to say, it is built out of an old, like one of the Titan era guard towers that literally islands, which feel familiar to them because that's where Squatters Right 1 was. It was an old recon tower, but it's nicer. Oh god, you remember who else lives in Squatters Right? Let's just run down the characters list. There's those two Laganals, the only other two Laganals on the island.
Oh yeah,
Jacques and Julien.
Jacques and Julien.
Lapin.
I said Jeff.
Jeff. Jeffrey
Julien.
Goldblum.
Jelf.
So I guess they were like super stoked when you were talking about King Day. Yeah, it's awesome. It rocks. We love it. We're gonna bake some awesome shit. It's gonna be so good.
Oh, are you going to bake? Oh shit! Hold on, I had a baked good too. I wrote a lot of stuff about King's Day. One of them was a baked good. It's not that cool. Oh, are you going to bake those heart-shaped cookies? And the rabbit ones with the big ears?
Yes, we will do this. It will be fantastic.
I lean in and I say they're really just shortbread cookies, but I like to eat the ears off first.
Oh,
That's what I do, says Momo.
I didn't realize that the people of Ziliad had big ear cookies too.
Well, I mean, we have cookies with ears on them. Oh, you were.
And do they represent the community spirit of your people?
No.
in a way.
I mean, in a way.
Well, kind of. They represent that we will never be ruled again, and that if anyone tries to rule us, we will eat them.
Yeah, I high five Momo.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's wonderful.
Thank you. Could you make us cat cookies for Revolution Day? And they're like, yes, we will do this.
A challenge.
Challenge.
Bad French.
Bad.
Yeah.
Raspberry Saccharin is also here, who I remembered is the thief Koshaki. Orion didn't come with you. He went back to the university.
Correct. He's back in the university.
Man, there's a lot of NPCs on this island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Daria tell us what she does for holidays?
Yes. I, historically, have stolen fireworks.
Yeah!
That is good. Is that like a pirate thing, or is it just something that you do?
Well, it's kind of a pirate thing. So, Ford told you about...
I mean, and then she says, not that you're a pirate, and then she winks.
Well, I am now, officially, again. Well, you know how Ford told you about where people go out to the beach and they shoot fireworks off of the shoreline. So what I would do and my friends when I was a teenager and a younger person was we would just steal a whole bunch of them and we would paddle our boat out into the middle of the bay and we just fire them off from our boats. Which means that you are much closer to the action and it is much louder.
We have so much in common.
Yeah. Yes. Believe me, you've never seen a fireworks show until you've seen it 20 feet above your head.
I high five her.
Hell yeah. High five.
Adeline laughs at that and then she gets kind of quiet and she's like, can't we just do all these things? Do we have to go to Amaranth? It's not fun. All of your things are so fun.
Oh, but Adeline, the wonders of Discovery Day and learning new things, what could be more fun than that?
You go to the thing and you're forced to tell them some thing that you definitely
some wondrous
didn't do
discovery you've made.
Definitely didn't do enough research on, my mother is there. It's just like sits down. I just don't know if I want to go.
Hey, why don't we just combine all of them at the outpost? The elves are going to love it. They're going to love that we're going to decorate everything and we're going to do all our different holidays. And it's going to be so much fun.
I agree. Also, Adeline, how do you think your mom would feel if I just went on about cryptids for like 2 hours?
I mean,
because if she'd hate it, I think I should do it.
I think she might hate it.
We've all learned so much about the holidays. Why don't we just have our presentation be about the holidays?
Well, they're either going to think it's a good presentation or they're going to hate it. And in a way, that is also good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and then she says, I don't think she knows about, and then glances at Daria, but she definitely knows about Daria because Zara told people, which Adeline does not know.
No. Oh, wait, the fact that you and Daria are dating? I bet she knows.
How?
Well, because it's not really a secret, is it?
No.
Oh,
I just
well.
didn't think that.
Well, I mean, at least,
her.
Oh, well. I didn't tell her.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Let's go to Discovery Day.
You know what they say about loose
alcohol.
lips?
Yes.
Okay. Alcohol is part of this combination holiday now.
Oh.
I would like one glass of wine. Ambrose somewhere like in Daria's soul. I mean, Adeline's soul. Like, yes, that is my holiday.
Well, I don't have wine, but Ford takes out a flask.
Thank you.
Oh, the flask.
Right. She drinks some of this flask and she's like, okay, I'm okay. We can go.
Some moonshine.
It burns really bad going down.
Oh boy, maybe
of course Ford would have moonshine.
What if there's a still out here in the forest of Stonefolk?
Yes.
Is it Ford's secret still?
Maybe.
Ford and Calico and
yes.
Jameson.
Daria.
And Daria.
What if like everybody has a separate secret still that they think is the only one?
I don't have a secret still.
Everybody except Radiant.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right.
We hit up the secret still on the way.
I wouldn't hide a still. I'd share it if I had one.
Yeah, Adeline would just have wine. She'd be like, I brought wine. It's in a bottle.
Now, this is a craft IPA that I've been working on.
I don't even know what IPA stands for. Awesome.
All of us are very experienced beer drinkers.
India Pale Ale.
Oh,
okay.
I thought it'd be like, I beer, beer, a beer.
I beer beer?
Yeah.
That's an IPA, I beer.
Yeah.
Individually paled beer. Anyway,
still not IPA, but okay.
A beer.
So you stop by the secret still. You load up on some shine. You get a big jug of it. Charlie is carrying the jug on his head.
He writes down 3 X's next to it.
Yeah. Charlie is walking with the beer with the moonshine jug, and he's like, "Hoo, hoo, hoo," playing on it. You ever hear the sound that this makes? It's a good sound. You just gotta keep drinking it to make the sound lower. It's very important to do that.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, yes, absolutely.
So actually, before we head to Amaranth, does everyone does Daria go back to the Bastion and get some fireworks from somewhere? And
yeah.
These people make cookies, and we go get some fish bones. Like everyone, it's okay. Meet back here in half an hour with all the shit that we need.
Yeah,
I'm trying to recruit Ford and Radiant into doing the Clovis Valentine play.
Oh shit! I'll be in a play.
You know what?
I think Ford, you have the best demeanor to play Clovis Valentine, but you're a little too tall.
Yeah, listen, I don't know how I feel about the monarchy.
All right, look, all you have to remember is that back then, the Laganels worshipped a fickle and spoiled god of the harvest, and Clovis Valentine decided that wasn't good enough, so he traveled all the way around thousands and thousands of miles, which is kind of silly because, of course, Valentine isn't thousands of miles across, and he united all the tribes and rised up against the god and declared himself the god.
Wait, am I the god? I don't know how comfortable I am at playing a god.
I'll be the god.
Well,
Radiant, do you want to be...
Radiant, you can be the sea serpent.
Oh,
there's
shit.
A part where he gets.
Wait, he doesn't
there's
say,
a part
oh,
where
shit.
Clovis. It's actually my favorite part. The part where Clovis Valentine gets sort of betrothed to a sea serpent, and he has to disguise himself as a Koshaki handmaiden in order to get away.
This place is really good.
All right, I'll be the Caesar.
Okay, now I've only ever been in the play once, and when I was in the play, I got to play the Mountain, which is a very good part with no speaking role.
Well, who do you want to be this time?
In high school.
I want to be the Mountain because there's no speaking role.
Well, then won't we need someone to play the god?
Can I be the evil harvest god? That sounds spooky.
Of course, Adeline, you can be the evil harvest god, although they weren't so much evil as they just were selfish.
It sounds like a cool ghost. So perhaps a spooky scarecrow. So that I'm into it. What does it look like?
Well, it depends on, who's putting on the play, of course.
I'm going to start a religion for this scarecrow.
Okay, well, just so you know, if you do start a religion for this scarecrow, it's not always a scarecrow. Our entire culture is built around overthrowing you.
Don't worry, I'm not actually. That's too much effort.
I'm familiar with that. Momo goes and she gets her model 10,000 Swords ballast and a ball peen hammer. And Charlie goes and gets a big bucket of pork roast.
Aw.
There's not much.
He's carrying it in a bucket.
A bucket of pork roast?
He gets a crock pot.
Yeah, crock pot.
Oh, okay.
His crock pot.
Yeah, he's got the crock pot.
All right,
Radiant,
we got all our elements.
Radiant went out to get he gets a regular medium-sized blanket, but it's very large on him, so he can fashion a sea serpent type of thing out of it. He's getting real into it. And he uses the scales as a necklace.
Hell yeah.
And also he gets a bunch of other fish scales for decoration and just a bunch of fish.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ford has a fancy cloak for the king role and a paper crown. And he definitely helped Daria gather some fireworks. He's got multiple bottles and flasks full of whatever. And probably some decorations and shit. Made out of plants, mostly, probably, I guess, whatever's lying around. A paper chain of stuff.
Zara's compiled a bunch of notes on the different holidays for Adeline's presentation. And I think she does a little paper chain as well, but for sardines, so that we can hang some sardines up.
Aw.
Hell yeah.
Sardine bones.
All right. So the stuff is gathered. Everybody has their things, and you descend upon Amaranth Outpost Primary.
Fuck it up!
We've never seen, so we haven't seen the actual outpost on screen. Adeline, what's it look like?
Oh, well, it's one of the ships, the one they kept, because they had to keep one, which they've turned it into a building. That's what the ships are designed to do. You can take them up on land, and you can, do some stuff to it, and then it's an outpost. So it's the ship, but and then they've erected some little smaller structures around it, and everything's white and clean and modular looking, and and nothing is decorated. Definitely nothing. Definitely nothing.
Do people hang out outside, or are they all inside people?
I think, it's early-ish evening. I think some of them are outside. There's a lot of I think the windows are pretty big. So, if they're not outside, they can see us descending.
So your
they
crew.
can see. By the time we get to the main building, the smaller buildings will have been caused enough, what is happening here for Adeline's mum to come out and be oh, okay, this is happening.
Yeah, you see, so there's a big window that is into that looks into the primary area, primary building, and it's like there's like a common area that you see. Your mother is sitting at a table with a couple other elves and Nemo, who is also sitting at the table, drinking like coffee. And like Nemo, it looks like Nemo was talking to her about something, and then they both stop and like turn their heads and look and see this motley assortment of festooned, festivus people.
What is Nemo's PowerPoint presentation about?
We wave, and I say, Happy Discovery Day, and Sardine Day, and King's Day, and Ford, what was the name of the other one?
Solstice.
Solstice.
Revolution!
Revolution!
Day. Day of rest.
And your mom walks out. What does she look like again?
She's like tall and slender and very beautiful, like much taller than Adeline.
Mom has got it going on.
Yeah.
She's
Fountains of Wonder.
She's very severe.
Yes, severe.
She like stands there and she puts her hands behind her back and she says, "Adeline."
Hi. I'm here for Discovery Day. I brought, and then she looks back at her friends and is like, notes. I have a presentation. What is Nemo doing here? She like she leans in and whispers that to like Ford, maybe.
I don't know. Hey, Nemo, what are you doing here?
Nemo rolls out from the door and like throws an arm around Adeline's mom, like her shoulder.
What?
Like her shoulders.
No.
Like a friendly arm. It's not like it's not like I'm dating your mom thing. It's like me and Odessa here were just having a rousing intellectual conversation. Like
sounds like Nemo's dating your mom, Adeline.
Fellow academics.
She's only allowed to date
A rousing
girl.
intellectual conversation.
Sans Undertale, did you fuck my mom?
God.
Wait,
no, this is
Sans Undertale in this version. Oh, because of the part where he dates your mom. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it's like he's like, we're pals. You mean your mom? And she's like, we're colleagues.
Colleagues.
To use, everyone stop implying this about my mum. Are you here for Discovery Day? I didn't think you did elf stuff.
Well, I heard about it. I thought it must be interesting if everyone else is doing it. So I thought I would roll down, see what's happening. It looks like most folks didn't have much because they're all researching the same thing, but you guys have stuff. So great, awesome. He's clapping and he's like, "Hey,
what is with this Nemo energy? What is happening?"
Who is this and what? Who are you and what have you done with part of me as Nemo?
Nemo, blink if you need to be rescued.
Blink twice if you need some alcohol.
This is Nemo. He's been like chipper before. He's been serious.
Has he?
Yeah. That was his whole characterization on the first side.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
been so long.
It's like a weird, hi, I'm hanging out with the elves. John Mulaney voice, help me.
Oh, you do see like, yeah. Maybe part of it was that he got like roped into talking to the elves, and like he's like, oh, thank God, the Titans are here.
Yeah, we're gonna
and he's like
Christmas
giving you claps, and it's like, hey, everyone clap for the Titans. It's awesome. They're here. And like the elves, there's like this very uncomfortable staccato, like applause.
Adeline like reaches for the closest like alcohol bottle that Ford has got and just like drinks. Just stands in front of him and just takes a swig and then gives it back to him.
I have to know what Nemo was like presenting.
He's not here presenting anything beyond
Beyond himself to Adeline's mom.
Nope.
No, absolutely not.
I'm also not here for that. This is MLM WLW solidarity. This is nothing else.
Yeah.
Good.
I've never said those terms out loud. They work much better in text.
Willa one mlem.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's been posted on the Malfoy group on Facebook a lot. Blem loving Blem.
Good. So he kind of just tries to get out of your way as quickly as possible. Yes, you also don't know Nemo's backstory at this point.
That's true. Do we know that he's not a pirate yet?
What?
I don't know. Like, 2 of the things that we knew about him was that he wasn't a pirate and that he was from a city. That was the 2 facts that we knew about Nemo at one point.
Oh, all right. At this point, Zara knows that Nemo is from the Wastes.
Okay.
That he's from the Wounded Waste, but nobody else knows anything more about him beyond the city thing.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, tell me how this goes.
That. Okay. Well, they've got to have some sort of big. It's like they have a conference room in the main building. It's probably like a when it's a ship, it's where they do planning, navigation stuff. So and they've turned it into a conference room, and
God bless.
So I think probably all of the elves who were looking at this on the street filter in after us because what the actual hell is happening, and you know that community bit where they have to do an assignment and they do a weird play instead and it goes for a really long time. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Yes.
Oh, there's a community.
It was in episode 2 or 3.
They had to do an assignment, and then they ended up doing a big, weird, long play, and it went for ages, and it was super off, what they had to do.
I somehow don't remember this.
Well, that's the energy. Today, Adeline gets up and starts doing a very basic. Here is the holidays that I researched, and starts talking about them, but then. We all have all these things to present, okay, now we're going to do the play, and we do a play, and then we smash the little castle, and we eat some cookies, we go outside to set some fireworks off. It's a really long ordeal. There's a lot happening.
It's good though. It's like the whole, it's this beautiful, bizarre, evolving, twisting and turning beast of a presentation.
I have a question about Zara's play, and it is, does Zara only know the story, and she's all right, now here's what's gonna happen, and then people have to act it out improv style, or did she bring lines?
Can we see a scene of this?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a manuscript of the play with me.
Shame.
It's sort of a makeshift thing. Maybe I've written a very crappy script.
Mm-hmm. Radiant voice line.
Ford reading off of a piece of paper.
Yeah.
It's me, King Valentine. I am here to defeat the Scarecrow. No, the Harvest God, and declare myself God.
Ford. No, I flip through the notes and I point and I say, at this point, you're still fighting the giant wolves.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where are my wolves? Bring in the wolves, please. I swear to God, I am up to here.
Is Charlie one of the wolves?
Punch.
Charlie and Momo are the wolves, and they roped a couple of the little kittens from Lowtide to be from Purple Meadows to be wolves.
Oh my God!
Imagine all these little tiny kitten cats, Kushaki, just jumping on
statue
on
of
Ford.
the man holding the babies off.
Yeah.
Where's my Francois? I need my Francois right now. You are the second most important character in the play. Get out there.
Who's Francois?
Francois. We've been over this a million times. Francois was Clovis Valentine's closest confidant.
Oh, okay.
Wait, who's playing Francois?
Daria.
Thank you. Daria plays Francois.
Daria plays Francois. She's got a beret.
By the way, who's Gilgamesh's lover?
Enkidu.
Yeah, that's Francois. I'm imagining he's like an Enkidu.
I was going to say like Patrick.
They're totally gay.
Francois, my closest confidant.
Oh, Clovis, my comradeship for you burns with the passion of 1,000 suns.
Like as they're saying that, you look over and you see Zara like mouthing out the words, like nodding.
Oh, this is a beautiful
If you
play.
died, I would wander around the wastelands wearing lion skins for 10 years before seeking immortality, ultimately failing and coming back to be a better king.
I represent chaos.
And I represent order.
Now we will arm wrestle.
While making eye contact.
No. The arm wrestling comes later. This is the part where Clovis Valentine harvests an entire field of grain in a day.
Oh.
I will now harvest an entire field of grain in one day.
All the
harvest.
all the little kittens come back and they've all got like sticks and
Grass.
leaves and they're throwing it at you.
I love it.
Adeline comes out and
It's
she's
poured
doing
in the
like
face.
Adeline comes out with like a Jack Skellington energy.
Wait, where
Loping around the stage. Yeah.
Confound your toll, troll.
Radiant like goes up to Zara and is like, where do I come in?
You're up after the harvest. We have to go through all of Clovis Valentine's feats in order. I don't know why they have to be this order, but they just do.
Okay.
To be honest, these ones don't make a lot of sense. It's kind of just like rapid-fire short stories.
Okay.
But the whole point is to build the character of Clovis Valentine as the ideological ideal of Valentina culture.
I need some Radiant doing evil serpent groom lines. my beautiful fiance.
Clovis, you shall marry me or you shall perish.
Oh no, I guess I'll have to marry you.
Yes, my beautiful bride.
I am but a handmaiden.
But, Francois, you need to help me.
Don't worry.
Oh my
I
God.
got you.
I got you.
And Daria throws like a bag over your head and then puts a pair of ears on it. It doesn't work with the horns. Ford just has a bag over his horns.
Oh no! Where did my bride go? I suppose I will drift off into the sea.
I am just a Koshaki handmaiden.
This is the best. This is the best episode of our podcast we've ever done.
Radiant dives off the stage.
You like Adeline just hears like a sniffle, like, and you look over and Zara's crying, like, this is my favorite part.
All the little kittens have come back and they're standing in front of the stage waving blue handkerchiefs, and they're the ocean now.
Oh, perfect.
Francois, you have saved my life once again. Truly,
we will stand side by side in comradeship. Forever.
Comradeship. Ford does a thumbs up.
I need to make it absolutely clear that Adeline's mother's facial expression has not changed this whole time. She is staring straight ahead, and she does not look any more impressed than she ever does.
How's Nemo feeling about this? I gotta know.
Oh, Nemo's
in the play. You better best believe that Nemo got drafted into the play.
Oh, God, who's Nemo?
Nemo can be one of the other members of Clovis's retinue. Okay. Because the whole play is like plot, all the little motifs are him going around and gathering like the lords and famous families of Valentina before that they are, made into one country.
That's good. That's a good play. It's a good play.
And the play doesn't make any goddamn sense because like he goes around like thousands and thousands of miles, way more than Valentina is like actually.
Yeah, and it's like it's just. I had a point. I don't have it anymore. It's just a wild, like, it's like a blending of all of these different myths about King Valentine.
Yeah. Just put in an order. Like, that doesn't make the most sense.
It sounds like somebody took, like, a bunch of Hercules myths and just sort of, like, threw them at the wall.
It's basically fucking the Odyssey.
Yeah, good.
Just kind of vignettes.
Yeah, there's Odyssey. There's a little bit of Thor burying Ymir. All these, like, obviously, I mean, it's not like they're taking our stories, but that's what it is in this world.
I do need a scene of Nemo acting in this play.
Everyone gets a turn.
Nemo got let's make it so that Nemo got a part of a lady. Someone give me a French name.
Marguerite,
sure, Lady Marguerite.
I am Lady Marguerite, the greatest pike woman to ever walk the earth. And he's got a stick.
Does he make, like, pipe noises?
No, a pike, like a spear.
Oh, I heard pipe.
And maybe someone else does too. Like, he's like waving it like a spear, and someone's like, "Play a ditty." It's like, no.
Honestly, I thought he meant
pike.
I thought he meant like pipe leaf. Like he just
Yeah, I'm the best grower this world has ever known. No.
Like, I'm just imagining what a stupid fucking, like, claim to fame, like the best weed grower in the world. You grow the dankest kush.
For the harvest god, that's important.
Yeah.
Betrayed the harvest god.
And it's at that point that Daria just starts setting off fireworks. And then he goes,
Ford,
"Yay!"
like, takes a drink from a flask.
Yeah, this is the most that it could be.
Yeah. And then we all bow, and I say, and that
we all bow. Yeah.
And then because Adeline is not good at like writing a conclusion, and she says, "And that was my Discovery Day presentation. Thank you."
And now I have a 2-hour thing on cryptid, so if you want to like get some water, go to the bathroom.
Everyone want to settle in. I'm going to talk to you a lot about Mothman and whether or not I think Mothman will date me.
Webster's dictionary defines Discovery Day as
it hits midnight as the fireworks are going off.
Yeah, fireworks are going off, and you hear from the shoreline, you hear, "Radiant! Radiant! Radiant!"
What? Who is it? Who's talking to me? There's
It's
so
me,
many
Mama.
people. Oh,
Mama.
hey!
"Radiant, look!" And she points off to the bow, and there is just like schools of fish just like breaching the surface in this like kind of migratory, like I think the island has just broken past a migratory channel.
Are they literally sardines?
They could be sardines.
Do it, it's cute.
Yeah, they're sardines, just silverfish.
Hell yeah. Not silverfish. That's a different thing, I find out.
The hard way.
Waves of silver just like rolling over each other in this almost like road-sized like column going past the island.
Radiant lets out the most guttural scream, and he dives into the ocean, and he's gonna catch the biggest one. He's gonna do it. Do I need to roll to catch the biggest one?
No, I think this is a fun extra episode. I don't think there's any rolling necessary, but
okay.
I think show us how it is. How big is this fish? These are bigger than normal like fish because it's on the ocean.
Hell yeah! It's like then it's even bigger than the big sardine. It's like shark sized, like big shark sized.
Biggest sardine.
Big sardine. It's huge.
Big sardine.
It's enormous. Think about the biggest sardine you've ever seen and quadruple that. Quintuple that.
all the sardines I've seen are very small, so that's not very big. I'm imagining a shark, but it's a sardine.
Okay, a shark but a sardine is also good. He catches it with his bare hands. He's been doing this for so long. It's been like 10 years since he's practiced. He's been practicing, getting ready for Easter Sunday. He's 58, 63 years old. Anyway, he catches it and he drags it back up. It's usually easier in low tide because you can actually like walk around the sardines, but this is open ocean. And he drags it back and he like plops it down on the ground, and I'm assuming it's dead. He doesn't have to do the thing where he kills it. It's fine. It's dead. And he's like, and he just screams again. He's like, yeah!
And everyone else goes, woo! And Momo says, yes! Yes! Good! Fish! I love them! Fish! I'm a cat!
Gotta give it to Chella, though.
Yeah. And because it's so much bigger than usual, he's gonna cut up half of it. And he's gonna give, like, the head half to Chella, and he's gonna make some, like, fun, like, sushi with the rest of it.
Hell yeah.
Everyone.
Radiant, you hold it up into the sky, and a bolt of lightning comes down and incinerates it.
Nice.
Yes.
That's how it always is.
All of the elves are just, like, staring. Like, what? A bolt of lightning incinerated that fish.
What is this like, increasingly manic, like display?
Ford takes another drink.
Adeline, you just hear your mom very quietly go, "Holy shit!" But nobody else hears it.
Adeline like turns and looks at her, and then like really quickly turns away, like she like was looking at something she wasn't supposed to, and like, does her mum say anything to her, like as everything is winding down, like about this or about Daria? Or about anything.
Yeah. I think your mom comes up to you.
Everyone's eating sushi.
Everyone's eating sushi. Your mom comes up to you afterward and she says, Adeline?
Adeline sits up really straight. Yes.
It was a very informative presentation.
Adeline, like a little choked up. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
And she says,
the nicest thing she's ever said to her.
She like kind of very awkwardly puts a hand on your shoulder and she says, the Amaranth is doing good work here. We would not have been able to be here if not for you.
Aww.
Aww.
She's trying.
It's a holiday miracle.
She's doing her
Discovery
best.
Day miracle.
She's doing her best to say thank you in her like emotionally stunted way.
Yeah, and Adeline just as emotionally stunted, like pats her the hand on her shoulders, like that. I'm glad. That was a big hug between them.
And Odessa like kind of nods to herself and she says, yes. And then she walks away.
Hooray.
And she goes and she lays down.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want some sushi? Adeline mom.
Oh, ma'am.
Miss Adeline?
No.
Mrs. Adeline.
Miss Fleetwood.
Fleetwood Senior. You want some sushi?
I think she walks over to you. She says, do you have a plate?
You can just eat it with your hands. It's sushi.
And she like reaches into her pocket and she pulls out a pair of like gloves and puts them on.
Oh, good lord.
Do you not trust us?
And then she pulls out a pair of like tongs.
Science tongs.
Science tongs, yeah, like calipers or something. And she picks one up, and she sniffs it, and then she puts it in her mouth and eats it. She says, "It's very nutritious."
Thank you.
Yes. And
she walks away, and Adeline leads in like, "That's about the best that you can get from her. Congratulations."
I think I figured out Odessa. This is a fun character to play.
Oh, good.
It's high in protein.
A Christmas miracle.
Having Adeline's mom emote.
Daria takes a big drink of some alcohol and waves at Adeline's mom.
Yeah. She's all up in there.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
God bless us, everyone.
Holidays.
Happy holidays.
I did have one little scene with Zara and Nemo.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Because Nemo can't tell anybody else about this.
Aww.
So Zara, where are you as this party is winding down?
Probably cleaning up after the play. It's kind of long. There's a lot of moving parts to it.
Yeah. I think Nemo comes over to you and like is helping you out. He's got like a broom and a dustpan, and he's like picking up he's like sweeping up all of the nonsense like props that the children threw. He says, "So, holidays, huh?"
Yep. We're all pretty far from home, but, I guess it's nice to have a taste once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Back where I come from, we don't really have time to celebrate stuff super often, but... Well, there's one thing we do.
What's that?
So, I'm from a pretty dangerous place. So, people die pretty often. But it's important not to forget the people who have died, and it's especially important not to let yourself get numb to it. Back home, whenever someone died, we would paint or carve a little charm with their name on it, and we hang it up on a big wall in the middle of town. You can imagine that there starts to be a lot of names up there. But once a year, we'd all get together and take all the names down and pass them around and take turns talking about them. Remember the good times with the folks who have died, and remember in our deepest hearts that they would not have died, that they should not have died, and remind ourselves to do our utmost, that we must do everything in our power to make sure that nobody else dies. It's ultimately a futile resolution. In war, people die, but the important thing is to try. Right? To always try.
Makes sense. Sounds like kind of a somber day.
Every day is somber. This is the one, Day of Remembrance is the one that we use to have a little bit of happy times.
No, to be honest, I'm not really sure what to say. We've celebrated all the other holidays. Is there anyone you really want to remember?
And he looks at you, and he smiles, and he says, I'm already remembering them. acquaintance be forgot and never come to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot for auld lang syne? For auld lang syne, my jo, for auld lang syne. We'll take a cup o' kindness yet for auld lang